everybody, my name is Jose Miraflor, Senior Director of Product Marketing and Creation for Cobra Golf, and I want to take you through our F7 irons and our new irons for this year. So the F7, it features a brand new technology called TechFlow. TechFlow simply means you wouldn't design a 4-iron to perform like a gap wedge, right? They're used very differently. So technology that is constructed differently for your 4-iron means on a 4-iron you would make it hollow. An iron made for speed, an iron made for launch, an iron made to give you the distance you would need to attack par 4s from a long way. So that's a hollow iron with back CG, and it's hollow so that it makes the sound softer, okay? So then you move to a mid iron like the 7-iron here, and it's called a half hollow design. It's got a cavity, but it's got a hollow chamber on the lower part. And that lower cavity also has power shell design, designed to give you speed, but this iron is set up for some precision as well. Then you go into your short irons, which are your scoring irons. And we use a cavity back design in here where there's heel and toe weighting in the cavity. And what that does is it allows you to hit the ball and attack those pins, but in case you do miss it, there's control and forgiveness built into this iron.
Nice.
Finally is the gap wedge, the sand wedge. We use a specialty wedge design, which means it's going to be a longer hosel, it's going to be a higher CG, and it's going to be made so that you can control your flights into the green. It has a contoured sole so that you can control your golf ball around the green and try and save par, because I know we do miss our greens every once in a while.
So with a higher CG, you actually create more spin.
Correct. More spin, more trajectory control. And also we create more spin because every single one of these irons have milled faces and grooves. And it's really helpful to have the best grooves and faces so that you can create the best spin and create consistent launch condition.
Perfect.
So now you take all these irons and say, okay, that's great, that's a variable length, but what about this new one length? We have this kid that we signed this year. His name is Bryson DeChambeau. And Bryson helped us to discover one length. And our engineers quickly, after we met him, we really quickly honed in and started analyzing stuff that he does. So we went and learned, and here's what we did. We were able to create the same exact iron in one length. And in doing that, we're able to create every iron in 7-iron length. Think about that. Everybody's favorite iron is your 7-iron. So why not make every iron the same so that you can just swing the same and be very, very successful? So we made this one length iron, and every iron is weighted to be 7-iron weight. So that means your 5-iron, 4-iron, 6-iron get heavier, and your 8, 9 pitch and gap get lighter. So how do we manage that? Well, our TechFlow design really helps us to do that. We're able to do the inside. So these 2 irons here look exactly the same to you guys, but when you turn one over, you can see on the inside here, there's weighting here in the toe, but really void of weighting here. This is a standard 5-iron. You can hold that for a second. And next to this is the 1-length version where we filled in the weight and grew this bar just a little bit. And now the CG of this iron is far lower. It's made with lower CG, and this iron is more stable heel to toe, so it makes it more forgiving. You can't make it any better than that by making it more forgiving and easier to hit. And that's what these irons are all about. And then in your shorter irons, you would remove weight so that it raises the CG a little bit because the 1-lengths are going to hit it higher, but you want to keep your ball flight down. So we're really controlling weight, and that's the secret to it. And we do it inside all of our heads.
It is
so
simple.
This is made for the 5 to 25 handicappers. So for those of you who are better players and you want to play a better players club, well, how about Bryson DeChambeau's set right here in front of us, right? This is his 8-iron, and this is the same exact iron that you can buy. In fact, that was a test club that we brought in to make for him, and we took it, and he loved it, so we had to make it, bend it to his upright lie angles, and make it. So how do we do it in these clubs? Because we have a forged club, a standard one, which is called Progressive Length. This is the Forge Tour. It's a standard forged set. We hit it 5 times. It's super soft. It has tungsten heel and toe to give you a centered CG and milled faces and grooves to help you control your trajectory. We do the same thing to this iron, and on the longer irons, we're going to bore into the toe and use a heavy tungsten bar to get it to weight, which again lowers the CG, makes it more forgiving. And then on the short irons, we're going to bore in there and cap it with a weld that makes it hollow, but the face thickness is so thick, it still feels very, very soft. So now again, you have all 7-iron weights, 272 grams. You can build it with any shaft you want. It's going to build to a more consistent, easy to hit set for a lot of people in this game.
A lot of the guys I have met that talk single length, they all say it's just so upright and I can't swing that way and stuff like that.
That's different though. So Bryson plays two things differently. One, he does single length, and the other one he does is single plane. We did not set these clubs up for single plane. So if you look at his irons, they're all 11 degrees upright. Ours are standard 7-iron lie angles. So you're going to play it just like your 7-iron, and all we're saying is we're making it more simplistic for you to swing just like your 7-iron every single time. Single plane means you're raising your arms up and making the club and your arm one line, and you're going to swing on that plane and never deviate. That's not what we're advocating. That is another level of simplicity for him, but that's not what we're doing. We're just doing single length, and that's be your 7-iron lie angle, 7-iron swing.
So take your 7-iron swing and then take the one length just in the back and do what you always do with your 7-iron.
Exactly. Same ball position, same distance from the ball, same club, just different lofts. And for all of you out there who are saying, well then how does it fly as far? You're making it shorter or making it longer. Imagine this. All of our wedges are about the same length. They're about a 1/4 inch different, right? Yeah. But yet they fly 15 yards different. How do they do that? It's because loft is the primary determiner of your distance. Loft is primary. Length is only minor play.
So the loft in the single length will be different from the loft on the...
They're identical. They're identical, yeah. There's no need to change them. We did enough testing early this spring to understand that you don't need to change your lofts. Now, you just like every tour player, just like every player should, you might want to change a couple lofts here and there just to get the perfect distance that you're trying to hit, but you don't need to do that on the onset. We've already figured that out for you.
What's your expectation for these?
Lots of wins.
Lots of wins. We hope so for
Bryson. Hopefully this week does really, really well at Torrey Pines. But Bryson is already on his way to becoming one of the best players ever, right?
Sure.
Great eye-hand coordination, great mind for the game, and he's going to do great things. For us, the one length is taking the club sales by storm. It's already doing really well for us. A lot of golfers are very interested in it, and guess what? When you come to try one length, you're going to try standard length too. That's the only way you know which one is better for you. And when you try them both, if one length doesn't fit you, it's okay. We make the standard variable length version of it, and you're probably going to like that. Either way, we're very happy to give you an iron that makes your game better, whether it's variable length or one length.
Perfect. Most of my customers, they maybe can practice 1 hour a week, play one round, and so that like...
You just described me.
Okay. So I've always said, okay, how do you spend that hour? Okay, 10 minutes with my pitching wedge, 10 minutes with my, or 20 minutes with your favorite club, 7-iron, 10 minutes with the driver,
right through it already.
And 10 minutes with the putter, and that's your hour.
Yep.
So what you're telling me, you can practice whatever club you want.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're going to warm up and you're going to end with your 7-iron. So when you get to the golf course and you're warming up, guess what? You don't have to worry about all these clubs. You just go with your 7-iron, and that's all you need to do, right? And that's perfect. So now when you go to the range, you can practice your irons. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. And then, yes, of course, you're going to practice your Cobra driver because you want to hit that as far as you can. And that's all you really need to do.
Okay. So the downside of this single length?
The downside is guys like me and you have been playing golf a long time. 33 years playing golf, so now I have to consider, I'm going to have to take everything I know and change it up, and that's okay. You know why? Because if it makes it easier for me, it makes it easier for you, we should try it. If it doesn't make it any easier, then we already have a way we like to play. It's no big deal.
Okay. One thing I found out testing these was picking the right club could be difficult because they are all in the same height. Well, and back home we use push trolleys. So will you make a bag where the bottom of the bag actually sit on the single link?
We can design a stadium bag that makes the long irons taller, but if you don't put them back in the right spot, it's still not our fault, right?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Jose, this was brilliant. Thank you so much for explaining this, your irons for the seasons.
It's my pleasure.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.